Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am so excited about today's video because we are doing a major kitchen organize and declutter. I am tackling some areas that have been needing to be tackled for so long. The biggest area I am most excited about is my spice cupboard. As you guys probably saw at the beginning of the video, it is going to be a complete transformation from what it is now, and I am so excited to share how I got there. We're also going to be cleaning out the freezer, drawers, cupboards, and just getting this place in order for when baby comes in a couple of weeks. So I cannot wait to share this all with you guys, and thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. I purchased these spice jars off of Amazon. I will have them linked down below if you're interested. They are glass with a bamboo lid, and I just thought they were so pretty. I also love the size of them. I threw them in the dishwasher last night, so I knew they would be dry for the morning before transferring all of the spices into them. Once I was finished all of the prep work when it came to the containers, I sat down at my laptop and started creating my custom labels using Cricut Design Space. This program is super user-friendly, and you can personalize anything in your entire house to fit your own style using this program with your Cricut. I personally wanted something very simple and clean, so I just chose to stick with good old-fashioned square labels, and I found a text I really liked to get me started. Once I had my label template exactly how I wanted it, I was just copying and pasting the image so I could just switch out the text. I knew they would all be the same and have a very cohesive look. This also saved me a lot of time. Instead of recreating the same design over and over, I was just copying and pasting and changing out the text for each spice that I had. My favorite part about Cricut Design Space is you can customize every single aspect of your projects. There are so many different options when it comes to fonts, designs, label sizes, and shapes. You will find something you love for every single project and every single area of your home that you organize. As you guys can see here, I am inserting my Cricut pen into my machine. Something that is so cool about this program and these machines is they can draw and cut at the same time. This is just the best thing in my opinion, because all I have to do is let Cricut Design Space know which parts of my project I want cut and which parts I want drawn out. It is super easy, and with the click of one button, it's all done for you. So I will show you guys here. It is drawing the labels out, and then it just gives a really quick square cut around them, and they are good to go. You guys may have also noticed that I did use the Smart Label writable vinyl that was created for the Joy, and I am using the Explorer Air 2 machine. I feel like there are no rules when it comes to crafting and what you wanted to do, and I felt like this would still work, and it did. It worked so well. This is the material I wanted to go with. I did a lot of research, and this is the one that sold me. These are going to hold up for so long over time. They feel super durable. I love how sticky they are. They are not going anywhere off of these jars, and I would 100% recommend this material to anybody if you have labels you are wanting to do for yourself. Feel alone. In a second, I'll be right there. Turn around, let it rain. And now for the super satisfying part of this project, which is switching all of the spices into their glass containers and getting the labels put on. This gave my spice cupboard such a pretty, cohesive, organized look, and it was very simple to achieve. Of course, it was a little bit time consuming. It was a lot of spices and a lot of jars, but it was so worth it in the end, and I do not know why I waited so long to do this project. If you are into home organization or labeling anything and everything like I enjoy doing, I would highly recommend investing in a Cricut machine for yourself. I think they pay for themselves and then some. They're worth every single penny. I would definitely recommend the Explorer Air 2 or the Cricut Joy if you are just looking into labeling. They would do everything you need and more. I will have everything linked down below, the machines, the tools, and all of the materials that I did use for this project. And thank you so much again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
Like a Friday night on the weekend, I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to end. But now you say you gotta go. Baby, why you gotta go? Like a mirror, you reflect me. I just don't want this.
I purchased these clear acrylic spice racks off of Amazon. Pretty much everything I got for this video is off of Amazon, but they worked really well. I ended up using them upside down because the Right Way app had little edges on each shelf, but since these jars were a little bit bigger, they were kind of sitting up on the edges. So I flipped them over and used the bottoms, and it ended up working out great. When it came to placing all the spices on the racks, I didn't really have too much of a system. I just put the spices that we use the most often in the front row and the spices that we use a lot less often in the very back row. I'm sure this will change as time goes on, and I will just rearrange this as needed.
I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had afforded just like a void, but you.
I ended up purchasing this little 9-inch turntable Lazy Susan to put all of our cooking oils on. This ended up fitting perfectly in the space that was left over in the spice cupboard, so I was so happy about that. I did also make some labels for my oils. I purchased these glass oil jars off of Amazon, but you could buy these anywhere. They are the OXO brand, and I have been really liking them since using them. I did make labels for 4 different oils, one for olive oil, canola oil, sesame oil, and I did do a garlic oil. You guys will notice I leave that one empty, and it's because Justin does make a homemade garlic oil, and we just don't have any on hand right now. But I ended up loving this part just as much as the spices. It is just such a game changer, and I am so happy with how this entire project turned out. Now that I was finished the main area, I wanted to put all of the other stuff back onto the second shelf. This is just where I keep all of my baking supplies, stuff for different broths, and I do also have a couple other seasonings up here that are more seasonal, where I use them when I make turkey dinners and stuff like that. So anything that I don't reach for as often, I just kept on this taller shelf. This bakeware shelf was another Amazon find. I will have this one linked down below as well, but I wasn't sure what to expect out of this. When I opened the box, I was shocked with how small it looked, but once I got it put together and started putting all of my pans in here, I was really surprised with how much this actually held. So I will show you guys me doing that in a second, but first we are going to be cleaning out this cupboard here. This is where I keep all of our bakeware, the roasters, all of that good stuff. So I'm pulling everything out, going to give it a good wipe down, and then I wanted to find the best way to organize this space. I initially wanted to put this rack sideways, as you can see, but with the little shelf I have on top, that was not happening. I thought the pans would fit underneath, but they did not, so I had to turn it and face it forward. This works just as well, and I am just as happy with it. I can still store other bigger pans behind the shelf unit, and it worked out really good. I just didn't want to pull out the second top shelf because I knew I needed to utilize that space as well. And as you can see, this little wire unit held a ton of pans. It actually could have held even more if I needed it to, so I would 100% recommend this. And now we are going to be moving on to cleaning out my freezer. I have been putting this job off for way too long, and I knew it needed to get done today. So of course, the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking every single thing out of it. I want to vacuum out the drawers because for some reason, freezer drawers always seem to have the most crumbs. I don't know what happens. Bags and boxes must open up, but I knew it was going to be bad, so I wanted to vacuum it all out. I will clean it out with some Dawn Power Wash dish spray, and then I will go through all of the food and see what we can keep and what needs to be thrown out. I also wanted to quickly show you guys a quick overview of all of the food that I took out of my freezer. It is crazy how much food we are able to make fit into such a small freezer space. After cleaning out the freezer, I am going to be going through all of the food and see what needs to be kept and what needs to be thrown out. The box that I am filling here is all stuff that is still good, but I don't really need it upstairs, so I am going to be bringing it all down into the deep freeze in our basement. Then, like I said, I'm just going to be going through, seeing what's good and what's not. Luckily, almost everything went back into the freezer. I just organized it a lot better. I threw out a couple buns, but that was about it. I hate wasting food. I always feel way too guilty, so I'm happy we didn't have a lot of waste. The way I went through the freezer, on the one side that I was just filling, I'm kind of doing the frozen veggies and fruits and smoothie mixes. The top drawer is more our pre-made meals, popsicles, and stuff that we reach for on a daily basis. And then the other drawer is all of our frozen meats. Now we are going to be going through and tackling all of my problem drawers. A lot of them we are going to be decluttering and organizing a little bit better, like my Tupperware drawer. Some of them we are going to be repurposing as well. I do have a couple empty drawers that I am wanting to utilize the space, so like I said, that is the next step. I had this entire drawer dedicated to bibs, which is just ridiculous considering neither of my kids wear them anymore. But since we are expecting another baby girl in May, I decided to keep all of the girl ones and set those aside. I decided to put them in the little side hutch beside the dining room table since it is just easier access there. And then I had this entire drawer to do something else with. I decided to put all of my pot holders in here because my other drawer I am currently using for pot holders and oven mitts is overflowing, as you can see. So we're going to be cleaning this one out, putting all of the oven mitts in here, and then moving the pot holders over.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'cause it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you.
This is my kids' utensil drawer. We do keep a lot of our cup straws, different lids for their sippy cups, and of course all of their utensils in here. I grabbed a couple acrylic organizers just to make the space look a little bit better. I didn't really have much of an idea to make it more functional, but if you don't know what to do with a space, I recommend just buying a couple containers to sort everything in, and that alone will make it look so much better. Both of the drawers under our microwave area here were empty, so I wanted to make sure I used this space. I decided to make this drawer here for all of our hot drinks. I put our coffee pods, some hot chocolates, and some of my most reached for teas in here. I do plan on making this counter space our coffee bar once we eventually get our microwave shelf built. I know I've mentioned that in the past, and I'm hoping we have it done before baby gets here. That is the goal, so hold me to that. The other drawer here I decided to use for sandwich baggies, freezer baggies, and tinfoil, just so it is within reach and there is easy access.
You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. I don't care about you anymore.
I did order a couple of water bottle organizers so you can layer the water bottles on top of each other, but unfortunately those did not come in time for filming this video, but that's okay. I will show you guys in the next one. But I did have a question if you guys have a better way to organize water bottle lids. Do you put them right on your water bottles? Do you kind of put them in a little basket in the cupboard? Let me know down below what you find works the best and what is just functional for you.
Because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
I did organize underneath my sink here a couple of months ago with just bins I got from the dollar store, and this system has held up really well for me, so I didn't have too much to do under here. I just wanted to refill my dishwasher pod container and just tidy the area up a little bit. And the very last thing I was wanting to get done this day was cleaning up this huge sink full of dishes. I was in the kitchen pretty much the entire day working on all of my projects and my decluttering, so the sink just kept piling higher and higher throughout the day as we had our meals. So since it was the end of the day and I was finished all of my projects, I wanted to make sure I got this cleaned up so I had a nice and clean kitchen to wake up to the next morning.
My best friend didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night.
I hope today's video gave you the inspiration that you may have been needing to tackle whatever area in your home is causing you the most grief when it comes to decluttering and organizing, and I really hope you got some good ideas to tackle your own kitchen as well. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment down below. It really helps out my channel and boosts my engagement anytime you guys interact with my videos, and it just means the absolute world to me. Also, don't forget to check out all of the Cricut machines down below. I will have them listed. You guys would not regret having one in your life for all of your labeling and organizing needs. Thank you, Cricut, for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you all again next Tuesday with a brand new video. Bye.